Hi everyone, thanks for watching this video. I'm about to try something new for the rest of remote learning and I would really like your feedback on this. I'm hoping that we will be back in school normally in the fall, but if we're not, I'm trying to figure out ways that'll make remote learning a little bit easier. And I also know that we still have 3 weeks left of learning, so I just want to figure it out now and get ahead of things. And I saw another teacher do something like this, where she creates a daily Google Slides that incorporate the daily schedule and links on what to do next, and just some videos to help go along with the daily schedule. And so I was thinking this might be something that would be beneficial for families at home in our classroom. So I'm going to walk you through how it works and hopefully you'll like this. If you have any feedback at all, please let me know. I want to make remote learning as user-friendly as possible. So let's get started. So this is what I would probably do is either post this in Google Classroom or even send out the link every day to this Google slide. So you would open it like this and just wouldn't want to edit anything, but you hit present. And you could do this sitting with your student, going through the daily activities. So this would be the morning. You hit next, and then let's look at our schedule for the day. What are we going to do? So I have visuals to kind of go through the morning schedule. So sensory time, body movement, reading, choice time, word work, more choice time, journal, and then recess and lunch. In addition, I've included some class rules that we use when we're actually in school. So this might be beneficial when working with your students to kind of get them to sit still, that eyes are looking, ears are listening, voice is quiet, hands and feet are calm. So that will appear on every page. And now the visual that is lit up in yellow, that is the one that is happening next. So you know the first thing to do is sensory time. So then you have your student click the yellow arrow to go next. Now here are sensory time options. I've given some. If these don't work for your family, that's okay. But in each of these, besides playing outside, there are links to an outside source. I've also included a 10-minute timer. So, you know, if you're going to do this for 10 minutes, that's it. Like play with Play-Doh, do it for 10 minutes, or draw, do it for 10 minutes. So say your student's like, I want to watch a sensory video. So if you click on it, it will bring you out of the presentation and into a link. So here, this is just a sensory visual therapy light tunnel. So you can watch this for 5 minutes. Then once you're done, you can exit back out and go back to the slide, and then you keep going. So we know sensory time is finished and we now do body movement. So I've included a yoga video just to get the body up and stretching and ready for the day. You can watch the video directly in the Google Slides. So then you finish it, we go to the next, it'll say finished. And the next thing is reading. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. And I recognize there are a lot of activities there and some students might not be able to sit for that long, and that's okay. So for the first one, we do summer themed reading. So I can click on it, it's a link, and this is going to take you to Google Classroom. Now my Google Classroom looks a little different because I am the teacher. So when you click on, we clicked on summer themed reading. It brought me to the reading, writing resources. Now I've already posted a ton of things that have a scheduled release, but you know, okay, so I click that, I'm then brought to Google Classroom, and I'm going to complete one of the leveled activities. So in here, the first one is zoo leveled reading. So with your student, you're either going to do level 1 or level 2. Level 1 has symbols and there's no writing or typing component, while level 2 does have some typing and fill in the blank activities associated with it. You'll choose one and turn it in. Once you're done, you can exit back out of it and you go back. Now, the next thing I have is boom cards, and I've done a separate video regarding boom cards. So you just click on it and it's going to be you're going to be brought to boomlearning.com. Oh, and because my computer has recognized me that I've logged in before, I can log in as Aiden. You will also, or you'll be prompted to log in separately, and that login information is also in Google Classroom. So say, yes, that is me. And then you will hit fire when ready, and you will play the game that has been assigned, or the activity. So this one is sequencing. So like looking at pictures and saying, what would happen first? So I think the student would drag what they think would happen, what order makes sense. And then submit it, but I just got it wrong. So trying to practice those sequencing skills of what happened first, next, then, and last, using logical pictures to do that. So save and quit, you're all done with that. You can go back into your slideshow for the day. And then in another video, I talked about Epic Book. Oops, I don't know. I would love for students to read a book every single day, whether that's you reading it, them reading it, having the book read to them. It doesn't matter. I just want to make sure students are still being exposed to literacy. So then when you're brought to this, you would enter our class code, which is DLU8349. And then when you go in, you'll select the student's name. It's already here because I've logged in before. So here I can select it. And then it's going to come to the profile select, where you'll look for your student's name, click it, and go in and read a book. So that's reading. So you keep going. Reading will say, all we're finished. And now it's choice time. So I've given different ideas for choice time, whether that's to dance, to draw, play a game on PBS Kids, use toys at home. I've also included a timer. So, if they're playing with toys, you can just hit play. You've got 15 minutes and it's going to count down. The child can play. All right. And then we kind of keep going through the schedule. So again, these are all links. So this one would take you to Google Classroom. These two would take you to Boom Cards, where you would have to hopefully not log in again. You have choice time, again, incorporating some breaks. And then for journal, so you have daily prompt, and I will change this. So the daily prompt for today is, what did you do yesterday? So at home on a piece of paper, have your child practice writing that, or even use their words to say, what did you do yesterday? And focusing on using a big sentence like, I went to the park, or I went to park if you're working on an AAC device. Again, we're really, really, really wanting our students to use those big sentences and not one word responses. We're really trying to build that vocabulary and communication. So then you have more boom cards about building a sentence, boom cards about pronouns. Again, same login information. And then we're finished. And then recess and lunch. Okay, so then after that, you can come into the afternoon, where again, similar, I've created a whole schedule where I have boom cards and then splash learn to do more of the individualized learning. We're finished. Choice time again, 15 minutes. Social studies, or science. So here I've created a link right to Google Classroom where you can see what News 2 article and video was posted for that day, or maybe the science experiment. And then I've included 2 more activities. You click on them and you go. Choice time. Now this is something new that I really liked I saw another teacher do. So this is an enrichment. So our students have the opportunity to attend an enrichment class, like there's specials like gym or music or art. So I've included some ideas for what that could be, whether that's taking an online gym class, learning how to draw something. There's music games on PBS Kids. Special Olympics has provided some workouts. So you got some enrichment time. We're finished. Choice, more choice time. And then therapy time. This is not provided by our speech pathologists and occupational therapists. These are just some things that I found, and our social worker. These are things that I found that might be helpful. So we've got some letter and number tracing online, following directions, and prepositions. It's really big for speech. Identifying feelings, working on some of our more social emotional skills, and then summer conversation topics. I think this one's pretty cool, so I'm going to show you this one. So this is also a Boom card. Okay, so thanks, it's me. So now this is really great. So the point of this game is for students and maybe you to have conversations about these things, and they're all summer related. Trying to have the last 3 weeks of learning be fun. So say I go first, and so I go first, I'm the student, and I want to talk about the pool. So I would say, I like to go to the pool to swim. Do you like to go? So trying to get our students to have a conversation beyond what they want to talk about. So, and then it's your turn. Like, so a parent goes and talks about flip-flops. And kind of the goal is like connect 4 to get the 4 in a row. If you don't want to play it like that, that's okay. It's just a great way to kind of prompt some conversation between yourself and your child, or maybe your child and a sibling. Again, working on that verbal communication skills. You can also use this with an AAC device and looking at the pictures of, asking your child, what do you see? Like, I see the sun, or I like ice cream, or I want watermelon. So this can definitely be adapted for different levels. Great, let's keep going. Okay. All right, and then, sorry, that's done. And then we would go to circle time, and here is, so if you click on this picture, it's a link, which would bring you again to Google Classroom, where as of right now, Miss Nally is posting daily calendar time videos. So you would watch the one for that day. And the reason I put it at the end of the day is because sometimes we have differences in our schedule and aren't able to make the videos right at 9 a.m. So at the end of the day is a perfect time because those should be done. And then we're all done. And this is just something to remind your students of, that they are kind, they are loved, and they are important. And another visual of the class rules. So this is something I'm trying out. I'm not sure if it's going to go well or if it's actually going to be beneficial for you at home. I just thought that this might help streamline some of the activities that are being done. If this is something that you like, please, please, please let me know. Or if you feel like this would change, if you could change this, it might make things easier. Whatever it is, I want the materials I create to be beneficial for you at home. So thank you. Again, let me know if you have any questions. I don't know where let me know if you have any questions, and any feedback will be appreciated. Thanks so much.